about this on the text thing, and I got into a whole cultural conversation because y'all don't understand culture like I do. I'm talking to the kids here, the youngins. The Clipse are coming out with a new album, right? So they play this verse, and they're standing in Paris
The
or some
verse is
shit.
fire, though. The verse is
Okay,
fire.
yeah, they're playing the album in front of a bunch of I think it was a bunch of white people, and Pharrell is doing this thing. He's like, oh man, I'm fucking Kendrick, yo, fucking. And the other two are just standing there looking around while nobody's bobbing their head. They're like, what the fuck are we listening to? And it's a Kendrick verse, and now the whole internet's going crazy, right? Like, oh my god, Kendrick said something about somebody on the thing on the book. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like, look, I'm over the Kendrick shit. I'm tired of it because, Kari, to your point when you were saying all this shit, and I get where you're coming from with this stuff. Like, you think do you now believe Drake is a culture vulture? Like everybody thinks that now, even though.
I mean, okay, let me have my stance against
or whatever.
Drake.
I don't even know what you said. I know you said something.
Drake is, and all artists do this. Drake gets a little more slack for a couple reasons. One, he light skinned. People gonna use that when you run out of stuff to argue about. You can go to stuff like that. I'm not
in
saying
a room with 3 light skinned brothers right now.
Yo, I ain't gonna say I'm just saying. And then he started off as an actor. Like
he's an actor.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't fault Drake because before this beef happened, I don't care what nobody say. It's a lot of people that found Drake corny, but you still listen to him. You still listen to him. Like when he was Mandem with Stormzy and Skepta, you was listening to him. When he was with Benny Man, you was listening to him. When he was on that hood shit with Cash Money, you was listening to him. I am not discrediting Drake as the most successful streaming male artist of all time. Never gonna do that. He got the numbers. My thing with Kendrick haters, because I don't give a fuck about culture. I'm not from LA or Canada.
Okay. Well, I'm not talking about culture there. I'm talking about culture, like how it affects the culture and who's really pulling the strings here.
I mean, oh man, it's all a numbers game. Like when the whole thing that's going on now with TDE and Pro Era, they're laughing at it in interviews. Ray Vaughn is talking about Joe. He's like, man, we cool, bro. This is lyrical sportsmanship. The difference with that is it's not mainstream, so they can openly say that. This stuff with Kendrick and Drake, it's got to be played up like just a shirt. Somebody could die. No, the fuck they can't. Like
they too rich.
My thing is, my only thing with this whole Kendrick and Drake thing is, both sides are acting like, if you're a Kendrick fan, man, I ain't never really fuck with Drake. You a liar. You a goddamn lie. And with Drake fans, he only relevant because he dissed Drake. And I'm all like, so when he was nominated for Good Kid, Mad City, went to Pimp a Butterfly, was recognized in the Smithsonian, Drake and him, they might have had a little personal squabble, but they wasn't.
They never had anything.
Each other.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Kendrick always had a problem with Drake.
I mean, and that's fine, but it's this narrative that without Drake, Kendrick couldn't sell records, and I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about?
That is true.
That is not true, bro.
Nobody gave a fuck about Kendrick until Drake took him on tour.
Are you literally mentally disabled?
I did not give a fuck about Kendrick at all until I heard him. Okay, let me take a step back.
Say that again.
Take a step back. Take a step back. Drake gave him a whole song on his best album.
And if you look at the credits, Kendrick helped write his Drake's verse too. So what are you talking about, bro?
Again, he gave him a whole song. I don't give a fuck who wrote it.
Bro, they were all budding artists at the time. What are you talking about, bro?
No, they weren't. No, he wasn't relevant.
You act like current Drake gave then Kendrick.
He wasn't relevant. He wasn't relevant.
Yes, he was. Good Kid, Mad City was going nuts.
Section 80 came out. Was out for like a year or two.
Now we're switching albums. No, that's not.
No, I'm talking about the album that everybody said made everybody.
Swimming Pools wasn't going platinum.
I'm talking about.
Was Drake on that song? Was Drake on that song?
No,
was Good Kid when Good Kid, Mad City, yak. Was Drake on that song?
Listen.
When he was pulling up that boy Q and
Argo, was Drake on I never. Thank you. I never heard. Wait, chill. I never heard of a Kendrick Lamar. Until I heard him on. Wait. I listened to Section 80 after I heard him. No, Section 80. I was still hip hop back then. Section 80 came out in that era when Drake was very influential. And I did not listen. I listened to Section 80. I was like, oh, this kid's cool. I never liked his voice. I put it down. His album came out. Classic.
Personal opinions.
Album.
That's great.
Album. We all classic.
Oh, I
Thank
can't hear you here.
Somebody muted him. Thank you.
No, I said he had Dr. Dre production, worked with everybody under the rainbow. Very good album.
Did
well
Drake
put
give
together.
him that stuff though?
Drake gave him a record.
Stop. Answer my question. Did Drake get him in the room with Dre, Shady Aftermath, all of that?
No.
So how did Drake make him?
He gave him an audience.
Because he had
got
to
him
get in there
front
somehow,
of. He
right?
put him on tour. He put him on tour. He did all the stuff that you need to do to get in the right networks and work with the right artists and all that shit.
So when Wayne was doing that shit for Drake, does that make Wayne
Pimp a Butterfly,
Drake's dad or something? What are we talking about?
Pimp a Butterfly and all that other shit. Like these records, they ain't that good.
Bruh, Marvel Industries went to this man to produce the soundtrack for one of the highest grossing films of all time. What the fuck are we talking about?
I wonder why. And then I wonder why he won Pulitzer Prizes. I wonder why he gets all these Grammys. I wonder why a little white girl is on stage with him screaming the N-word out while he's criticizing Drake for saying the N-word and he's black. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It doesn't.
First of all, that little girl shit happened years ago, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
He never addressed it.
It happened after the first album. Like, and he didn't let her do it. He just let her perform the record, and then she said it, and then he stopped her. That's exactly what happened. That was 10 years ago.
I would have kicked that little bitch off the stage, man. That chick should have gotten.
No, the hell you wouldn't have.
No, you said out.
No, you
That's what I would have said. Like, get your mom. You're out of here. You're out.
Bro, the fact that you legitimately believe Kendrick will not have a career without Drake is insane, bro.
He wouldn't.
Bro.
A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't have a career without Drake.
We're not here to dispute that, but
that's valid. But
you saying Poetic Justice is a Poetic Justice feature launched Kendrick's career?
No, I never said that.
That's basically what other thing? What other thing did he do to help Kendrick?
Drake's influence, him putting him on tour, doing all that stuff, gave him exposure to millions. I'm talking internationally millions from Canada to U.S. all over the place where they went with that tour. Same with A$AP Rocky when he went on it. When he jumped on Versace with Migos. Migos is a regional talent for sure. I never heard of them until I heard Versace. And then I listened to the mixtape.
Bro, this is you.
I'm just talking about many people's experience. Were you listening to Migos before you heard him with Drake? Wait, did you listen to Migos before you heard him with Drake?
I don't even listen to Migos currently.
That's not the question I'm asking.
I think I've realized
before.
No, like, I'm sorry,
he
bro.
did a song with Drake.
So
you
I think I've realized
detached,
something.
bro. You just went to the Wu-Tang concert and nobody in there that was in attendance not had a colonoscopy yet, bro. Like,
I think what I've realized something. So Hugh with us, right? So
we was there.
Kari. So we're here with it's a different thing because Kendrick is more critically acclaimed than Drake.
Yeah,
right?
nobody
as an artist, right?
Yeah.
And so we're a little bit removed from that type of situation when it comes to hip hop, right? Because when we were coming up, like it's just different. Like it was just different set of rules that it is now. Kendrick is more of an artist. All throughout, I could see Kendrick doing spoken word. It was
Kanye too, but Kanye didn't.
But Lil Wayne, I can see doing that as well. Like Lil Wayne has that type of like kind of intricate flow, kind of. The only thing with Kendrick with me, I never got into, and I respect him as an artist, is just I'm not a big fan of his voice. I think he can spit. I just, certain things sonically for me personally, but I understand his talent and I understand he's critically acclaimed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had artists when I was coming up, like Prodigy was one of my favorite all-time artists, right? Like, and he wouldn't be on a lot of people all-time favorite artist list necessarily for like lyrics and this thing, but his delivery.
He throw a TV at you.
Yeah, but his delivery, his sound, his flow, like it was just a different type of feeling. And I think with Kendrick is more critically acclaimed, but we are more detached from that type of the hip hop because of our era is different.
But it's not that. It's also the fact that he embraces the mainstream approval like no other artist. He gets a Grammy, he's smiling and cheesing for the cameras and loving the moment. He performs at the Super Bowl, he loves the moment. The little girl says the N-word, he loves the moment. All of these things, he was smiling and loving it.
Your goat is smiling and cheesing with big giant sperm cell statues behind them and girls throwing up triple D bras on stage. That's fucking weird.
Pretty dope, yo.
So I can't wait until we do our top 10 hip hop top 10 rappers.
Dope. I mean, if girls
that's
dope and stuff. That's dope. I mean, that's
Having
bras is dope.
star.
I'm not against that. The bras is dope.
That's
no.
rockstar status.
So having models planted in the audience doing that
what
and
the man
walking
say?
around in
You
front
rather
of
have
girls'
they was
sperm
planted.
cells is
You
cool.
rather have girls
Oh no, I
twerking
didn't know
with
they was planted.
dictionaries?
That's why.
That's you want to see
Shorty
girls
was
twerking with
planted,
dictionaries?
bro. That shit corny,
Come on,
bro.
man. Nah,
That's
see,
whack as
that's
hell.
the thing. But again,
That shit
if Drake was
corny,
doing,
bro.
look, I'll never. Okay, one thing about
So
Drake.
if we got invited to a Webby and want to stream me for this podcast, your ass ain't gonna smile when you go on stage.
That's
Lie my face
different.
and say that.
That has nothing to do.
Yes,
with
it does.
Yeah.
You just
Kendrick
criticized
stands
Kendrick for
for.
smiling for
No,
getting a
no.
Grammy. What the
That's
fuck?
He's supposed to be this activist, this person who stands
No,
up for the
he's not.
culture.
Did you not listen to Mr. Morale? He's not an activist. He's
Nobody
No,
listens
you
to
said
that
it.
shit.
You said
It's
it, Trez.
garbage.
He did not listen to Mr.
Then
Morale.
maybe you should
That's
go
why,
listen
bro.
to the album, bro. You trying to
He
put
won't.
narratives on him that he don't fucking agree with
Even though he
himself.
says it in his music.
you gotta listen
I
to
listen
music.
to Humble, yo.
Okay.
Well, you gotta
He
listen.
said,
You gotta
he said
listen
he
to
wants his
music.
girls
to criticize
natural and girls need to do this. This activism shit he talks about. All this stuff.
Name one time when he claimed to be an activist.
Dog, I don't even know.
Name-
I don't
You
listen.
You can't, because you
don't
can't.
listen to it either, because he said it in a song.
Bro, so you don't have a valid criticism
when you
to stand on,
when you
bro.
talk about what he stands for in his music, he's talking about culture,
Brother,
hip hop culture.
brother, please
Hip-hop
stop
culture.
telling me what these entertainment
Okay,
artists
what is
who
the-
use hyperbole in their
Okay,
flows
why-
what they stand for. Because you don't know shit about Drake, just like you don't know shit about Kendrick.
I know more than enough about Drake.
Bro, you don't know
speak
what
on
these
Drake.
people really stand for. These are performative
That doesn't
artists.
matter. Okay, yes,
to
I get
entertain.
that. But
So
also,
is he phony
hip-hop culture,
or do he stand for something? Pick one,
who,
bro.
Drake?
No,
Drake
Kendrick.
don't stand for nothing. Drake stands for nothing. He just makes
Okay.
good music and is entertaining and has changed the culture for probably the worst, in my opinion. Like, because of the way he makes good music so microwavable.
You know what you do, bro? You that old nigga that yell at kids for being young, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Kendrick.
Is he officially the get off my lawn guy?
Yeah, get off my
lawn,
bro.
What's happening, bro?
No. You're out here telling me no.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
Is your history with Drake so rooted that you just can't let other people just enjoy a moment, bro?
What
is
this
that?
moment?
What is it?
Nah, he ain't. Nah.
Now you
Kendrick.
can say, like, bro, I don't disagree with the fact that you don't like Kendrick's voice. You think he's overrated. I'm with all that stuff, but saying these like objective statements, he wouldn't have a career without Drake. And even if Drake helped put him on,
he wouldn't.
He can't help him sustain. What about all the time when the beef was non-existent to people? Mr. Morale, the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah, I like the Black Panther soundtrack.
Man, what that? Bro, take all the activism and Drake beef out, bro. Disney even was all like, "Hey, man, this kid got something."
Again, there's something sus about all that shit. The way it goes down, and being from, look, I work in the music industry. When they pick people to become like their golden boys, whether it's Michael Jackson or
Drake,
Jay-Z,
yeah, bro,
or
like,
whoever,
what the fuck are we talking about?
or Drake, yeah, same thing. Thing.
I was gonna say when they pick someone, don't put Michael Jackson. Come on, Michael Jackson.
No. He would, but then when they buck the system, meaning when they start questioning, like what's going on here, like Drake did, like Michael Jackson did, what Jay-Z did.
There was some shit with the dude that shot. Well, allegedly, there was some shit with him. He was trying to do in the industry.
Even Puffy, like never mind the sex trafficking and all that other shit. Puffy bucked the system and said, "Hey, I'm going against the grain. I have enough money to start my own shit." 50 Cent, all these guys. Now, 50 don't make music like he used to, but, he's not selling like he used to either. Now, music's such a commodity that the only way you could do it is by making these larger-than-life characters that can stream well and do all this other shit. Kendrick was safe in the matter that he appealed. I don't know how he appealed to so many, like, average white Americans when he literally makes music that's not for them. And the problem here is
the NWA.
But I'm just saying no. It's different. Like Wu-Tang did not like most of their music was street, right? I mean, look, and I talk to Sean about this all the time. My generation sold the drugs to the generation that got them making the shitty music that they're making now. Like we're responsible for Lil Yachty and Yeet. I'm sorry because their mothers and fathers took all these drugs and fucked up their genetics. So like that's what we're responsible for. And I'm sorry, my guy sold it to you. But this whole thing with the Kendrick, what's sus about it to me, like I said, is that Kendrick's movement seems to be kind of like all over the place. Like, how are you saying that Drake ain't black enough? He don't do this, that, and the third. Yet your whole fan base is white for the most part. That's actually making you a culturally relevant person.
Most people buying music are white. Most people's fan base in the mainstream are white.
Again,
and that whole Drake, you're not black enough shit was just a diss take. It was not that serious. It's rapping.
No, he said, "I hate you. I hate you. The way I hate the way you say everything.
Like, bro, you're not
I hate
fucking taking it that serious, bro. When you rapping at niggas, it's not that deep.
Pusha T kind of went there too. Pusha T did the same thing. He kind of questioned. He questioned the whole situation.
But again, these guys are deep in the industry. Clipse shouldn't be putting out a new album. This is the original topic, Clipse, right? They shouldn't be putting out more records and stuff that are culturally relevant anymore. The guy raps about cocaine. His brother turned into a Christian, devout Christian, apparently. I don't know what he's rapping about in the album, but I'll pray for him. But like all of the, like Pharrell is just in space right now. He's just like, he's beyond rich, doesn't have any like. So these guys putting out an album is a novelty. The fact that y'all youngins, I'm gonna be the crazy old man on the porch, are sitting here like that's gonna be some shit. These niggas about to wreck the game. Octavian on the text message.
No, that verse. Look. You have to appreciate that verse.
I'm old enough to be both your daddies. I'm old enough.
That verse is fire though, Hugh. Come on, that verse is fire.
I didn't even hear it. I have to hear it. I have to hear it first.
The link is right there.
That verse that he did with Future and Metro. Bro, that's fire. I fuck with that song.
The link is right there. Play the verse.
No. I have to hear it in stereophonic stuff. I need to hear it in stereo. Unreal. But that's my only criticism. When you can sit there and say your whole fan base is this, that, and the third, and then you criticize Drake for essentially the same thing that you've already captured, like these white kids loving your shit.
That was the whole purpose of Mr. Morale.
It's because Drake gets more bitches, yo.
Of that album was him questioning himself. Like that was the whole purpose of the album. Yeah.
Was that when he was fucking them white girls and stuff? And
I don't ever recall any artist, for that matter, outright telling their fan base, "Don't listen to me." That's just counterproductive, especially since you got this tinfoil hat theory that the industry is put in strategic places. Let's say you right, and that's what's happening. Why the fuck would he diss the white audience that's supporting him?
Because and I'm not even gonna get into, but I think white people just do weird shit, right?
Well,
they just they know that like this is informed me, but they want to be part of it so badly, and that's a white culture thing.
Bro,
and that's
I literally
really
had
American.
A white associate come to me on Juneteenth, was all like, "Happy Juneteenth, friend," and I'm like,
"Well,
that's great."
Well, you know what's interesting about this? You know what's interesting about this, because even if a certain group of people are not your fans, right? Dissing them can also have negative effects. Look at what happened to fucking DaBaby, right? When he had the whole shit with his concert.
Who the hell threw that dusty ass goddamn Adidas?
But that literally just.
Well, when he said the stuff about the gay people,
yeah, that put him to bed.
So you think that the majority of his fans are gay? And just,
no. I said even if your fans are not one sex. So like you're saying Kendrick, most of his fans are white or whatever. Like whatever the situation is, right? Like you have to travel within a band, right? So you're gonna be, some people are gonna be your fans, and then people are also gonna be your proxy fans that don't like you. Those are still fans, right?
I will say this. When I went to go see Kendrick, I was like, it is an unusual amount of young Caucasian people. I was like,
no.
A lot of Caucasians.
They love Doja Cat too, and she's very
she's nuts.
Industry adjacent as well.
But that's the thing, because he's like, it's so funny. It's almost like, to think of it this way, and I'm kind of, I'm a little out of touch when it comes to like the current everything. But think of it like this, it's almost like a way for them to, because he's so artistic. He's very artistic. You can kind of get that sense from him. He's a very
artistic,
but no, artistic, like poet. He's a very poetic hip hop. He
could be autistic too.
Like when you look at
weird.
Like,
I mean, he's talented but weird.
When you look at like a Nas, right? That's when Nas and Jay-Z were going at each other, because a lot of people who were more purists were more Nas folks,
fans,
as far as, you know what I'm saying? Because Nas is more
No.
No.
Jay was winning.
Commercial.
Jay ran 5 summers before that,
bro.
5 straight summers. Jay ran that shit. Y'all got mad.
Ether is. Come on, that's like people. It turned
one of the greatest distractions.
Where was you in Connecticut when that shit happened? Dog.
Well, it turned to a verb. I was probably in Harlem somewhere, to be honest with you. But
it
turned to a verse.
I'm surprised you stood with them instead of Dipset. Anyway,
No,
but that
no.
whole thing, he got again. He struck
Yo,
gold.
please don't ever talk about Dipset again on
No.
the show, because the way I want to kill Jim Jones, bro.
I loved it. I loved
Oh,
it. But
we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that after this.
But it's like one of those things where, you know, when that happened with Hove, people looked at Hove as more the commercial rapper, which is the same with Jay-Z, would say with Drake. No, but I'm saying is that, so when you have that type of delineation when it comes to beef, right?
Mm-hmm.
The artistic form starts to rise to the top, right? In my opinion. So I feel like when it happened with Kendrick, to be completely honest with you, I didn't know on that type of level that Kendrick had that shit in him. To be honest, I knew he was artistic, but when he came with the shit he was coming with, I was like, damn, he's trying to put the nail in the fucking coffin. It was similar to, I think, how it was with Nas, where when Ether came out, Ether, you know, Nas had a bunch of conscious shit. You know, great rapper, but when he came with that Ether shit, motherfuckers was like, damn, he's taking the gloves off.
Blood in the water syndrome.
Yeah,
when the shark get blood in his nose.
Yeah. So I think it was like the hit first type of thing, where I think it was maybe a little back and forth with them on the low, but I think it created
they've been going at each other subliminally since 1999, I think. Memphis Bleak started it.
Yeah, but it created the division based on those two factors, right? A classical hip hop head type of situation where you like, I'm a Drake guy, I fuck with Drake, but I know in my heart of hearts, like as far as an artist, I got to give it to Kendrick as far as an artist. Like, but I'm more akin, like as far as I like to listen to Drake, but I'm not going to sit here and not understand the fact of the artistry of a Kendrick, which is another level, but it's not my cup of tea when it comes to that. Like, I'm not a spoken word guy, but I appreciate. No, but honestly, it kind of gives me that type of vibe, you know, in some elements.
Yeah, DMX is spoken word. I fuck with X.
But DMX, because it comes from, it's such a core, like DMX story, his whole feeling, like that motherfucker make you cry. Like DMX is like his voice, but again, it's sonically for me. Like this voice, DMX could say the same shit, but the way he says it, it'll just hit your soul. Like, you know, so I think that's kind of the division. It's like a bifurcation and like,
oh my God. See, I just want to take the time to thank the most nuanced and level-headed person on the show once again, Sean.
Yep.
For not only making sense,
but
nuanced
and level-headed. Let's not forget
hold on. Let me show
Gibson. Boobie Gibson.
Oh,
that's all I gotta say. That was not nuanced or level-headed.
After this, I might get a Boobie Gibson jersey.
Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. And I got notes on the back. And I got notes on the back.
But like I will say this though, like, even before
notes on
even before things got meteoric, when people was like, you gotta pick a side, I would tell people back in the Like That verse drop, I'm not deleting Drake off my phone though.
No, but that's the thing.
That's when it's like got crazy. Like,
no, but that's what people.
Because man, I would acknowledge Drake as like, bro, like he said, man, I got more slaps than the Beatles, dog. And then like, I still listen to Big as the what?
Oh yeah,
big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl. It's Drake still like, hey, for the younger kids who didn't grow up on Thank Me Later or So Far Gone, man, cool. Drake might seem, because I gotta remember, damn, Drake is getting closer to 40. I get that.
Yeah,
to somebody that's 15, Drake might be a little played out, but like both things can exist. Like I feel Sean on that. Like, hey, sonically, you can't deny Drake. He's got producers and engineers with him, 40 in the lab. You're gonna listen to this song and you're gonna like it. It's hard to not hum along to some of that stuff. But Kendrick is the edge. You know what I'm saying? He's talking this gangster shit, like them white kids and them young kids like that. Because guess what? That's their exposure to that world. They don't know what he really talking about, and that works for them because that's that allure, that forbidden fruit. They want that shit. Like they see the cool kids in the hall listen to that shit, and that's their exposure to that opportunity. The same way, like you said, Drake getting all the bitches. People who ain't getting bitches gonna listen to Drake. That maybe this is my way to now get bitches.
But it's all about. My point with this is that Kendrick definitely took advantage of the underdog thing, like that Nas did as well, because Nas was the underdog. He hadn't put out a good record. Nas
took out a whole team, though. Nas took out a whole team by himself. Come on now, who he had put out? What what Bravehearts? Come on, he took on a whole fucking
Jungle is crazy.
Man. Look. When Ho said that line, when Ho said that line, when you cut the grass, the snakes will show. I got to think my little homie, not like when he said jungle. He said he's not a. What did he say? He's a forest to me.
Jungle is a forest to me, and your bodyguard's verse is better than yours. Look, this is the problem.
But then when Ether came,
but no, you got. He called him a horse. He made up a bunch of shit.
It's
that's
not
another
even just
thing
about
that's
that.
not.
Bro,
you can't.
When a diss song is a verb, it's over. You got ethered. It's over.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
Over.
Okay.
Like,
but
it's a
at the
verb.
end of the day, bro,
it's a lexicon now.
Like, it's Tupac hit him up. It's no Vaseline.
Yes,
it's ether.
yeah.
Like it's bro.
See, and I part of the look. I'll never deny that Drake lost that battle. He did realistically come out with a couple of songs that were sonically better than Kendrick. I don't think Not Like Us is a good record. It's a catchy record. Sonically, to me, it's not that good. It's kind of cheesy. That seems like a throwaway song. Like I was trying to make a party record. If he didn't turn it into a pedophile song, the pedophile anthem, then it would probably be just a throwaway record.
That beat is crazy though. No, that beat is
not.
The beat
it's
is
not
crazy.
That good, bro.
It is.
No, it's not that. Trez, you fuck with music. Is that beat crazy?
No, I mean to me it's not. But I've actually lived in California. They hear that shit as a different.
It's got a bounce.
I don't hear the same. Yeah. That doesn't sound.
That's very. That's a Cali.
So
definitely. Yeah, I can see that. That's a Cali mixtape song. It's a Cali mixtape song.
I feel like shit that happened in both of Drake's like losses in rap battles. Like I mean, he had the better record sonically, but that's where they took an advantage. It's like, yo, this is
so did Jay-Z. Ether is nothing special,
bro. When I was a kid. Listen, when I was a kid, my dad didn't like listen to Nas that much. I didn't know about the rap beef. I just kept hearing the takeover. And I thought Jay-Z was like the man. Until somebody actually played that shit for me. And I'm like, oh damn, he killing the shit out of Jay-Z. Yeah, but it's like that's what a rap this is. It's like, bro, I'm gonna say the most disrespectful, offensive shit to you. Yo, rap back.
What used to win rap beefs though? Look, Takeover. You can compare to No Vaseline.
No, listen. He was like, y'all rock fellas, I rock bitch.
But it's still
he
the
was
same
like, what are you, Dame Dash or Dame Dummy? Like, I mean, the shit.
But
that's line
stupid.
Just so,
that's stupid.
He was like, yo, that chapter, that chapter died in AIDS. That's what you chose to name your company after. He was like, Queens niggas still run your nigga. Yo, he said Queens niggas still run your ass Russell Simmons. Like, come on, bro. Like this shit is just too.
The one-liners though, dog. He had a couple of good one-liners, but when you look at rap.
Listen,
you look at listen to Dre Day, No Vaseline, these records where they're really talking their shit, like they're telling the story. Takeovers like that, where he broke it down. He even got in and he put it together so well. And
you calling my phones? I ain't even give you my numbers. Like
I'm just saying, but that's the thing, yo.
This shit was just funny, like.
I made it a hot line. You made it a hot.
Well,
made a hot line. I made it a hot song.
No, that's a classic. But see the search.
Like
MC Search cleared that shit up. He said I knew I played. But see, Nas still owns that publishing. See,
bro, what does that have to do?
But what Nas was saying though, the Rockefeller name, right? The legacy dying off. The Queens niggas still run y'all. Like he was saying shit that was like for real.
But he was just rambling. That had nothing to do. Like if you listen to Ether, like
Ether was just rambling.
He's just rambling. Wow. Listen to the diss record, No Vaseline, Dre Day. Even fucking Uncle Luke made a record on Dr. Dre called Cowards in Compton.
Yeah, no, that shit hard.
You ever heard this song?
Cowards in Compton.
I heard that one.
Oh, that shit is.
JT Money's on that. Not JT Money.
No,
not JT Money. It was the other dude. JT. His name was JT something. I don't know. That video, but go watch that video.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, they going in.
They are killing Drake. They're telling the story. They made a video. Like, this is not what beef... And look, that's where Drake came from, that type of rap beef. And if you think about, like, the way he structured the song, plus he was getting at, like, 20 other niggas.
Ether like, he should have made a video for Ether. That shit.
Yeah, but that was a part of the mistake with the whole beef. Like, him going at 20 other niggas and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
and then
19 of them did not matter, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It did not... None of that. The Weeknd, like, he's a freaking pop singer.
Yeah, I love A$AP Rocky, but what was A$AP Rocky going to do in this moment?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He won't drop the album, so I'm like, I'm not worried.
No.
Like,
A$AP Rocky
he busy carrying around toy guns.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So, but like, you know, and going back to this, we were talking about the clips and stuff and how all that is relevant. they're coming out with an album, right? And I don't have a problem with it. I love the Clipse. Don't get it. I love the last album. The Cam was on, all that stuff. They're back together. Let's do it again. The problem is like I said, when y'all was in the chat, or not the chat, the group chat, or we have everybody and the VA guys.
I was in college when Easter came out.
I get the VA guys here. You know, it's their moment. You listen to these guys when you were in diapers and shit, and like it's all good. But like, dog, it's not the same for us. Like moving past all that stuff. If they're not putting out like the cocaine rap to me with Pusha, I'm excited to hear something that'll move me. But I don't think it's gonna be like that because they're really trying hard to reach for these little shots to get them like little cultural relevance or media relevance with all these like leaking the Kendrick verse or what was the last thing they did last week where they were talking about the beef with
the Travis Scott shit.
The Travis Scott shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, he played the album for us and he left off the Drake verse, so I took it personally. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I don't fuck with Kanye, even though Kanye's fed your family for the past 15 years.
Do you not like entertainment or like what, bro?
No, I'm telling you, no. This is different. It's different,
bro. These motherfuckers is not, bro. Like Drake said, like your goat said, bro. First off, you want to talk about performative? This nigga claims to be a god of a region, the number 6 that he totally made up. People from TO would tell me all the time, nigga, that wasn't a thing until Drake started that shit. Like that's not cool.
That's making culture.
Yeah. Okay. So right, making culture, bro. Crafting a narrative, bro. Drake.
Yeah. Is he not the 6th god?
Yeah,
he is
bigger
definitely
from Toronto than him. Who is bigger than Toronto? He's bigger than the
okay.
I'll tell you.
So now
Cardinal
let's move the irrelevant part of the conversation. Let's move the irrelevant part of the conversation out. Bro, he's creating these narratives, being performative. Like all of these imaginary shots Drake takes at people. Y'all niggas this, that. It's performative. It's controversial. It's attention grabbing. Pusha T is a musician who is telling his story through the medium of rap. He thinks Travis Scott is a fucking cornball. What's the problem with putting that in a song? Why is that a shot against him as an artist that he's talking about something
there's no
that's
righteous reason for him doing that? What's the point?
Because he felt like talking about it. What's the point of us doing this podcast?
Can I just do a pause? Hold on. Can I just do a pause before you get going on this? Because you poo-pooed on Celine Dion. Her record sales are 250 million plus. Drake's are 75 million. So proceed.
I mean, she's been around for like 40
years.
Oh
my God. Oh, we'll talk about this when LeBron comes up.
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to say that she's like, I think
Travis Scott.
She didn't go to Canada.
Let me put it to you this way. So there's a story from back in the day where Jay-Z and Cameron and them had problems, right? And Jay-Z hopped on the record with Cam. He hopped on the Oh Boy remix. We all know Oh Boy, right? And then they erased it. Cam erased it. Cam never rapped about that or talked about it on the song or said anything when they were beefing.
Cam is fucking dumb. And
when they were
beefing, basketball shoes causes Achilles ruptures, brother. This is entertainment. This is giving us a topic to talk about.
No. But
Pusha T saw Travis Scott's antics as performative. He wanted to address his grievances with it. He made a song about it.
He's reaching for relevance.
Rapping. So let's say he rapped about anything else, like selling when he sold cocaine back in the 80s.
I mean, that's just stick to that shit. That's what he does.
Hairs, bro. The artistic expression of telling your story is what's at stake here. He's telling his story over melodic beats with a fire flow. That's all that fucking matters. None of these niggas gonna do nothing to each other at all.
Oh, I know
all
this, but I
bullshit.
don't.
Like if Drake and Kendrick saw each other in the streets,
shout out to the makers of ginger beer.
Each other, bro.
But this guy brought out the liquor.
Hey, I'm getting ready for the top 10. We about to
you talking about like these moral obligations that these artists have. They don't owe us shit besides good music, and this is entertaining to people.
I agree.
I don't give a fuck about the moral obligation. You know what's immoral? Being a bitch ass nigga and removing a whole verse.
I live. Look, I'm old school. I like my hip hop culture being pure.
Hey man, hey great, bro. I love that chivalry. You and your suit of armor on your horse can die on that sword. I'm here for the fuck shit.
You gotta have the big rocks. You gotta be
for the fuck shit. Look at this.
Bro, because it's like,
where are you, by the bar? Okay.
Got the office. I got the fridge up here. I got the whole situation.
I need a fridge.
Because like the alternative is
it's clutch.
Yeah, because like the alternative is we hear Push rap about like drugs and Balenciaga again. This is something new. Like, I don't take none of this shit seriously. Like, unless they the Pooh Shiesties of the world, or the
Pooh
NBA
that's
Young
different,
Boys,
bro.
ain't none of them doing nothing to each other.
Oh, I
bruh.
fuck with Pooh
Look,
Shiesty.
I don't mess
Pooh
with this
Shiesty.
this new generation with y'all
Free
shooting
Pooh
each other out of
Shiesty.
Maybach trucks on cameras. That's crazy.
Did he rob some J's or something? Did he
No,
rob
who was
secret
that
gun?
one dude? The one dude in
You know,
Atlanta, the one who shot. He bought the Maybach truck and went on a drive-by the same day.
Yeah, and shot a security guard in the foot. Yeah, free Pooh Shiesty.
That wasn't
and
Pooh
that's all
Shiesty. It was
allegedly.
another dude.
No,
the dude
it was
who
that's what he got locked
YSL.
up for. No,
That
Pooh
wasn't Pooh
Shiesty dude.
Shiesty, was it?
Bro.
Nah.
The
he
reason
shot the
was
security guard in the foot for sure.
Yeah, I know that, bro.
They did a drive-by. This other guy did a
but they
drive-by
got
in
him.
Maybach.
But that's
I
all
don't know
he
who that
got
is.
locked up for.
I forgot
Yeah,
it. That was some rapper that was beefing YSL.
That was why. No, that was the dude that was
Why?
trying to
Oh,
kill him.
Lucci.
Really?
No, that was
Relly.
no, that
Lucci,
was
I think you're
YFM.
Lucci.
YFM
I think it was
Lucci.
Lucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many damn acronyms.
Look. Sorry, I agree. I mean, you look at it. We look at the culture differently. That's
Oh
all.
yeah. Hey, bro, you still
Yeah.
my brother. I still
Yeah,
love you.
no, I don't really. I've been in it. You know, I lived it. I've met a lot of these people. I have a like, I've had a relationship. You know, with Drake. I've talked to
Yeah,
people.
we used to be in the top
Yeah.
8. Remember the MySpace days, the
MySpace.
top 8.
Yeah, but we there's stuff that goes back like with me. So
Woo.
it's a little near and dear to my heart. Some of these things, and I have my own issues with the guy.
Shout out to Record Heads.
You know, that had nothing to do with that part of life. But
no. I mean, we had to argue for fucking. They wouldn't let Drake spit in New York.
Oh, yeah,
we
the
had
show,
we had to
yeah.
literally like, he came from Canada at a Record Heads joint, and they were not trying to let him spit. He had to acapella some shit. I remember it was yesterday. It was our party, and that motherfucker wasn't charging nobody. So we got love for Drake from way back.
I respect that. No, I definitely respect
That's fine.
that. I
so
definitely respect that.
the
We
whole
said he came
yeah,
all the way from Canada. Let him spit. Let him spit. Now look at him.
There's he was hanging around a bunch of Filipino people back then. But either way, there's so much more to me because I was born when hip hop began and all the other stuff, and I've been there, in the culture like that. So a lot of the stuff that these older rappers do, I just feel like is whack. And then I see some of the people involved, like Cam and Jay and all these guys. They're businessmen. They understand, like they're moving the same way I move. But then when the Pusha T or whoever trying to come back and be like the young boys, I'm just like, I mean, you don't need to compete.
Jim Jones in a midlife crisis right now.
Him too, yo.
He in a midlife crisis.
Let's keep that moving. Yeah, let's talk about Jimmy.
They gave him the right name, Capo.
You see
Cap, bro.
Did you see them shut him down at Summer Jam? You see Funk Flex?
Yo, he was yelling at Flex. I was like, damn, bro.
Because he cut his song off. Was
it We Fly High or whatever?
Yeah, he was trying to debut a new single and nobody was feeling that shit. And it's Summer Jam.
He shouldn't have to debut a new single because according to him, he got more hits than Nas.
Yeah, they basically booed him off the. They basically booed him off the stage. They cut his mic off. They cut his mic off. You ain't see that shit? They cut his mic off.
H said he might.
Might what?
I said he acting like he got more hits than Nas.
Who said he might?
Who said I didn't say that. No.
I thought that's what you was. I was about to say what?
I was about to say.
Nah.
I was about to quit the podcast today.
No. I didn't say that. That's crazy.
Look, I will say this one thing. One song destroys anything, and I'm not even gonna go no hardcore shit. If we talking Billboard, If I Ruled the World destroys anything that fucking Jim Jones ever did. That includes Ballin'.
It's not even his biggest record though.
That's
I know,
but
thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
No, but that I mean, if
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
talking
I'm not
just
even
charts,
going hard
like,
right now.
Jim Jones ain't even the best motherfucker on Dipset. Like the
At all, bro.
And you trying to talk about you better than
Jewel's got
Nas?
bigger records than
I'm
him.
about to say Jewel's better than you, bro.
Yo,
What you
me and
talking
Hugh, we might know every fucking Dipset. Yo, we would play.
Oh yeah, we know the mixtape. We got
yo.
everything. Yeah.
From we would go to New York and and he would be like, "You know this song too?" We'd be like, "Yo,
all the Dipset volume 1 through 30, all those K Slay mixtapes, all that shit. I had all of them joints.
Oh man, back in the day, the CD days. Shout out to the CDs.
But music is different now though, and it's weird. I mean, you guys got the privilege of growing up on some really good, well produced, and then the SoundCloud era kind of fucked things up, bro. I think that SoundCloud era when everybody's trying to get on, we're trying to, make
it opened
like
up
these,
the.
Yeah, I'm an
opened
artist.
up the
That should
books.
help me. I can't.
Well, no. That's how Drake and Nick got together, right? Wasn't it SoundCloud?
Yeah.
No, that was MySpace. That was 2008, 2005.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
that
he had
was
a sound.
2005.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
I remember I had
at the same time.
I
They let a lot of trash in.
I had the
What'd you
city.
say?
I had the city. The city I'm from. The TROTO. The Toronto. I had
Oh,
this shit
City
on,
Is Mine?
on records. City is mine. On that's my all-time favorite Drake song, by the way.
Nick wrote
Um,
that.
I
He wrote the
know.
hook
I know
on
he
that.
wrote that. But I
Yeah.
love. That's my all-time favorite Drake song. We had that shit on our Record Heads MySpace page. That shit was popping.
City Is Mine. Yeah, man.
Because I love that. Who made that beat?
Boy
have
Wonder.
y'all heard?
Boy Wonder
Have y'all
made it.
heard that? Have y'all heard that song?
Yeah.
City-
I've heard the
Yeah.
song. I don't know who made the beat though.
Yeah, that shit is.
Shit,
It reminds me of that lock. Reminds me of that Locks joint where they had the Nextel joint, and it was like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, Boy Wonder's a fucking wizard on the.
Boy, what?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Jim Jones is fucking stupid. I don't know what he's doing now. He must
Crisis. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
be. Yeah.
Is that trying to
Anywho.
sell some?
Look at this
Yeah.
man.
Oh no,